You see this dent right here in my head? It's kind of hard to see, but depending on the lighting, you can see it right there. See that line right there? You know who I have to thank for that? A mouse. Let me tell you a little story about how I got this wonderful permanent dent in my head. It all started in July 2022 when I became the general manager for Van Gogh, the Immersive Experience in Atlanta at the Pullman Yards. So this was a immersive projection room where you got to see all of Vincent Van Gogh's artwork. I even had a chance to show Mayor Dickens. But it had problems, flooding. When it rained heavy, water came into the building. They had to come in and pull up the carpet and do some water remediation overnight, and then we put it together. But then in January of 2023, it was over. All boarded up, but that wasn't it for me. I actually had to go to Washington, D.C. in June of 2023 and be the general manager there temporarily until we found a replacement for the general manager that quit. So while I was there, I did some sightseeing, as you see here. Had some great pictures of our nation's capital. But that's where the fun ended, because that's the facility right there, the venue. It was off of Rhode Island Road, where you guys know that area in Washington, D.C. But it was very similar to Atlanta. They had an immersive room as well. It was a little smaller, but it was the same show. But it had one thing that Atlanta did not: roaches and rats. Well, mice, really. Atlanta, we had some rats, but this location had a lot of mice. So one night when I was closing, this was actually the footage. You see me there trying to catch it with the trash can, and I hit my head, and my employee actually came to check on me. But I'm going to show it to you in slow motion. You'll see this mice run across the floor. Now, when it was walking towards me, it was like really slow. So I had a chance to kind of shake the desk, and then it ran away back to where it came from. And now you'll see the little black dot there going across the screen. That's me there with the trash can. Lost my footing and slid across the carpet and hit my head on that wooden temporary wall. It wasn't really like a firm wall, but you see it gave in a little bit when I hit my head. So it left some damage, some major damage. So I was trying to check to see if I had a concussion or something. But anyway, that's the diagram of me, and you see where I hit my head. I felt like Tom chasing Jerry. But anyway, so that's the damage. So I had to close. It was around 10 o'clock at night when I took these pictures, but I had to call an Uber to take me to the emergency room at Howard University Hospital. So it ripped my pants and my knee, on my elbow, as well as you saw on my head. Those are the wounds. And then the next morning, because I stayed there until like 3 or 4 at an emergency room, came back to work at 9, went to the scene of the accident, and there's my skin from my head on the corner of the wall. Nasty, right? But here we are today. Here's the elbow, and here's the knee. So the moral of this story, kids, is don't go chasing waterfalls and don't go chasing mice.